Hey guys, welcome to the Lifestyle Boutique. We have a new soundtrack.
That's our soundtrack.
This is the Best You podcast, and it's all about mindset, health, and style, where we hope to bring you some knowledge and a lot of laughs. So to start off today, we're going to start off with just a couple questions, one each.
That's Nicole. I am Lauren.
I'm Nicole. That's Lauren.
Here's my LaCroix.
She's totally stealing that from me. That is my signature. So that was Lauren cracking the LaCroix.
So a little bit about Nicole really quick before we get started. Nicole also sells makeup.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so she does makeup videos. And
Not in a
before
while.
we even became really good friends, I would watch her makeup videos. And legit, every single time she's like, gets on Facebook, she's got a makeup video, and she's like, pops up her LaCroix, crack, and she's like, now I'm ready. So that's for Nicole. So
Yeah, and well, one thing too, I always flip my hair.
this has been an issue.
I can't now because I have those headphones on, so it really makes me stop. I don't
She's the
get
hair
to flip
flipper.
my hair. So.
And you can't see that if you're just listening to the podcast, but if you're watching, you'll see her like touch her headset a lot. And so it's fine. You should
Yeah.
just leave one piece out
So I
and
can
flip it.
Flip it.
Mhm.
I'll try that next time.
So yeah, Lifestyle Boutique. If this is your first episode, we do nutrition coaching, life coaching. We focus on mindset, health, and style. So it's all the aspects. We're going to teach you to break bad habits, create good ones. We can teach you how to count macros. Very, very personal, one-on-one coaching.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, so then we're like, hey, we should do a podcast because obviously everybody wants to listen to what we have to
They
say.
do. They do.
Okay.
And you need to watch the podcast or the YouTube
Watch
The-
the YouTube.
video. I think you'll
So
get
you
the
can
full
see how pretty
effect.
Nicole is.
Oh no.
You can see how
Lauren, so
pretty
she
Nicole is.
told me that she watched my makeup videos. I'm like, I should be watching your makeup videos. She does makeup so well. And she has all this fun makeup in her drawer. She's like, you want to try it? I'm like, yes, I
Yes.
do want to try
Next
that.
up.
I thought I was going to go first. That's what she did. She's like, no, we're going to talk about something else, and then I'm going to ask the question first.
So last week we ended the episode with questions, get to know you questions, so that, and this would be something, if you find a question you really like, you ever had a conversation with someone, you're at a dinner or something, and you're like, oh my goodness, I have no idea what to talk to this person about. Like, why can't you just pull up a random question and get to know them? Like, we're all people, we're all the same, like, let's get to know each other. So, fine, you can go first today.
I would have been fine. All right. So I'm Nicole, and I'm going to ask Lauren first. I'm supposed to just open it and
Just
ask.
open it. Just open it and boom.
Okay. As long as it's not inappropriate. Next time we come up with that inappropriate question, I'll try to show you on the camera. We won't say it out loud, but you'll love it on the camera. Okay, I hate the yes and no questions.
I'll elaborate.
Okay. Have you ever fired a gun?
Oh, yes. I'll tell you a funny story about my
Ooh.
gun. So I have an H&K. It's a 9mm handgun. And the only reason I have this gun was, this is probably like very personal. So I was married, previously married. I'm married now too. My husband is the best.
Blake Weller.
Love him. So anyway, which he is not a gun man. But anyway, so my ex-husband, when we got divorced, he was like, hey, you can keep this handgun or you can keep this camera, because we had like a really nice digital camera. And I was like, I'm gonna keep the gun. I don't know why, but anyway, it's really nice. And yes, I've shot it. I used to shoot it. He taught me to shoot. Now I'll go shooting with Blake. Will shoot guns, and so sometimes we'll go shooting into the pond bank with his family and things like that. But I keep it, home protection.
Nice.
Like what? I'm never gonna use that. One time I thought I was gonna have to use it though,
Oh,
because it was the middle of the night and Blake was out of town for work, and I hear this just like sounds like someone slammed my screen door, and I like wake up in the middle of the night, and I was like, this is all of my training. This is my time. So I get my gun. Here I go. The dog, my big dog Elvis, is like like looking around like, what was that? And I'm like, somebody's in the house. So I'm like creeping down the hallway and I'm like kicking him like in the back. I'm like, go check that out. He doesn't. And I like look in the kitchen. I'm like
007.
Yes, seriously. My heart was just like pumping out of my chest. Well, I have these like big metal tin letters in my house and they say eat. EAT, because I love food, obviously. I like to teach people how to eat food, like,
fuel your body.
Fuel your body. And the T fell from these really high cabinets in my house onto the floor. But I was like, oh, God, whew. That was a close call.
No one has to die tonight.
No one died that night. Just the T. That's the last time I've had my gun out. So, next question. So, yes, I have a gun, and I have fired it.
Love it.
But not at anyone. Okay. Would you rather go hiking or watch TV?
If it's daytime, I would like to go hiking. I love hiking. I do. I love it. We like to take the kids out and go hiking, and like a perfect date in my head is like, let's go hiking and get some ice cream. That's what I would do. Just like nice and in the nature and a little bit of exercise. We love to go, well, I love to go to Parkville, because they have a park there and it's the riverfront and you can walk around, and they make my kids walk around and then they get to play in the park, and then we can go get ice cream. So that's what I do like to do.
But like if it's rainy and snowy, you want to be home and watch TV with your kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
That seems fair. I think that's good.
That's like a feeling question. Depends on your feelings. Like which one you want to do that day. How do you feel?
If it's so cold. Today would be an okay day. Well, it's kind of cold.
It's kind of cold.
But you bundle up and it'll be fine. The sun is out. So today we're going to talk about breakfast. And we'll come back to questions at the end.
We're going to talk about breakfast food. So
we're going to show you, if you get to watch the video, you'll get to see. But we'll also tell you some of our go-to breakfasts that we have at our own homes. And then we'll give you some ideas that you can get out on the road. If you're like in a pinch, you can find some healthy eats.
We're also going to talk about things that you think are healthy and you may pick up on the go that you should definitely just cross off your list and say, don't touch that ever again.
Yeah. Yes. So Lauren, do you want to go first with your go-to foods? Okay.
So my go-to breakfast, number one, I have a food scale. This is actually for hair color because I used to do hair. Little fun fact. I did hair for like 10 years. Anyway, so it weighs things in grams.
That's very interesting. I did not know that you would weigh hair color.
You have to weigh hair color.
I love it.
Well, some people don't, but I don't think that's accurate because you have to have like the amount of color to developer should be. Anyway,
perfect. I love
that's another day.
Very cool.
So foods, you should get a food scale. They do have them at Costco right now for like $19.98 or something. So I like to, on my regular like medium macro days, I will do one cup of egg whites. So I get these at Costco. Kirkland brand. They are pasteurized. And we just realized that they are pasteurized. We realized that this week. So if you want to put this in a smoothie, you could do that as well. So I do 1 cup of egg whites, salt and pepper, because I love me some salt and pepper. Probably too much.
She does. Shake it. Shake, shake. I see her do it.
Plus spinach. I always put spinach in them. Scramble it up, cook that. And then I will eat 1 piece of this gluten-free bread. Bee-free. Can you see that?
What are the macros, Lauren, on that gluten-free bread?
Bee-free. And the macros on that. Okay, so 1 slice only has half a gram of fat, so I would eat this before I go train. So I'm looking for a higher carb and higher protein, less fat. So that is half of a gram of fat and 17 carbs and then 4 grams of protein. So there are days where if this is like a medium day of training, 17 carbs is enough for me. It's really, that's not enough, but heavy days, I might eat 2 slices, or heavy days, I will actually do this oatmeal, these steel cut oats instead, because a serving, the half a cup of steel cut oats is 32 grams. So that is closer to what I need for training, right before I go into train. So I will do either or of those. So medium day, I'm just gonna eat 1 piece of bread. Heavier day, I will do oatmeal or 2 pieces of bread. And then on top of my bread, and I toast that, I am so obsessed with this PB Crave chocolate chip cookie dough peanut butter. It's life.
Looks so good.
You literally have to measure this out with a tablespoon or you will actually eat the whole jar. So, I mean, seriously, so good. So one serving is 2 tablespoons. I only use 1 tablespoon, so it'd be half. So that's 7 grams of fat because I'd like to keep my fat a little bit lower before I go in and train. 8 grams of carbs and 8 grams of protein. So that's for the 2 tablespoons, so it'd actually be 4 carbs and 4 protein for the half scoop that I use. And then I recently discovered this peanut butter. It's called Professor Nuts, and this is a little odd, and my husband and I have kind of been looking into it. It is 0 digested fat and 0 digested carbs, which I'm like, what the heck does that even mean? And the protein on it, 0 sugar, where did the protein? Protein 7. So that is for 2 tablespoons. And basically what we found out is it has this plant extract in it that more or less just makes you poop out the fat and the carbs, is how I pretty much interpreted that. So I'm not 100% sure that that's super healthy, to be honest with you, but it's all the rage right now, and I have eaten it a couple times and didn't feel weird from it, and I love, love, love peanut butter. So
Lauren, on this, you think when you're counting the macros, you'll just count
protein.
for 7 grams of protein in it.
Yep, just 7 grams of protein.
Carbs. That sounds amazing.
I don't think that means you should eat a whole jar of this. It's probably not.
Oh yeah, don't get your protein in on that.
So on top of my toast, I actually measure out my strawberries, okay? So I actually measure out 77 grams of strawberries because that's half of the serving. And then I will put blueberries in my oatmeal. So I don't put any sugar. That is unnecessary. If you need some more carbs, you could put like a tablespoon of honey or something. Just make sure that you're measuring those things out. But I will also just eat plain old oatmeal. And this is just personally, I don't drink milk. Just a personal thing. I don't care if you do. I'm not judging you. To each his own. This is Almond Breeze Vanilla Unsweetened Cashew Almond Blend, which I think is delicious. Anyway, so I will put that on my oatmeal. And then I'm going to show you the creamer that I like. So since I don't do dairy, this is a coconut cream and almond milk. I'm showing the camera here. Better half. And the macros on that, so 2 tablespoons, which I will use 2 tablespoons in my coffee. 1.5 grams of fat, so that's amazingly low. 0 grams of carbs, 0 sugar, 0 protein. So I feel really, I feel totally fine when I eat that. I feel like that is guilt-free and amazing in my coffee. So the brand on that is, how do you say that? Califia?
Califia.
I can't.
Califia Farms.
Califia Farms. Dairy
I'd
free.
say I'd put that in the show notes, but we're not there yet. So get the pencil and paper out
just
right
a
now.
pencil. I'm gonna. Oh no! Do your number. Oh, malfunction. We're gonna talk louder too for that to hear us. Gosh darn it! Where did it cut off?
Is it cut off or is it still there?
It cut us off last time. No, it cut us off last time. How
No,
many
I think
minutes
it's
is on
still
there?
going because it's
No, we're
16
3
minutes.
minutes.
No, because it was going before we
You
started.
guys, thank
It's
you
fine.
for listening to us work through our technical difficulties because we are still learning how to use our podcast equipment.
I'm just going to now be really weird and just continue to do the mouse.
Yeah.
Around
You have to talk louder
the
so that
circle.
the video can hear you, though. I just
Okay.
realized. Okay, so anyway, that's my creamer. The brand is Califia, Better Half. You can get that at Hy-Vee or Natural Grocers. And lastly, I'm going to show you some on-the-go breakfast options. So from Fuel for Fire here, you could get these at Hy-Vee. You could order these online or Sprouts. I like the banana cocoa smoothie. 10 grams of protein, 21 carbs, 0 grams of fat. This is really great during training sessions. So if you're going to work out early in the morning, you get lots of those carbs in and no fat right around your workout. And then also, I'm going to let you show this because you're going to do those later.
Yeah.
The other one is a locally owned product, which I think is cool because I really like to support local businesses. And I also just think this protein bar is delish. So Ace Bar, I get these at Hy-Vee. 19 grams of protein, 24 carbs, and 8 grams of fat. That is a perfect ratio for workout. So if you did not plan ahead and you're like heading out the door, these are great options. Or maybe you're on a road trip or something even and you need a healthy option. These are really, really good breakfast options. This is the brownie batter, and I think they're coming out with like a cookie dough or something, or peanut butter.
They're all good.
Pretty soon. But yeah, so this is locally owned. That is the Ace Bar, and I love it. So anyway, Nicole's going to talk to you about her breakfast.
Perfect. Thanks, Lauren. So one thing I did want to touch on really quick on like your oatmeal that you mentioned, and not eating sugar and things like that. Sometimes you're so used to that, so when you're like, well, I'm going to cut it out and plain oatmeal tastes nasty. Start cutting what you have been putting it in half, and maybe go with the real maple syrup, and then like cut the serving in half, because I was the same. I was like, I'm not eating plain oatmeal, but it's about changing your taste buds, because if you grow up and you're so used to sugar, yes, it's gonna taste gross, but now you find like when you're not getting so much sugar in your body that you actually don't want it or need it. So just a little tip on that.
And honestly, sometimes it tastes gross at that point. Like if somebody put sugar directly on my oatmeal, I'm gonna be like,
yeah, for sure. The taste buds totally change. So I will talk a little bit about what I like to eat on a regular basis for my breakfast.
Again, if you're just listening, oh my gosh, to the podcast, we definitely recommend watching our YouTube video, because you can see all of these amazing products.
You're gonna love it. It's so much more fun. And thank you for watching and listening. I know you're using up your
precious.
time. Yes. So
what you got?
Okay,
what you got,
my
girl?
breakfast. One of my favorite breakfasts. I get these from Costco. Kodiak cakes. This is just a big old box of pancake mix. And I have a family of 4, and my kids will eat these too. Sometimes they say they won't, but they're fine.
They probably don't even know. You're like, no, these are regular pancakes.
And they really are. They taste delicious. And that being said too, like, don't be afraid of a regular pancake. I mean, a food is a food is a food. There are times you need to make healthier choices, and then you fit in your macros and it works. Because there are times where I will grab a regular box of pancake mix and I'll make that, and that fits in my macros. It doesn't give me as much protein, so I'll need to add extra egg whites. So that's how I can balance that out, and it works. But on a regular week, I'll make up a whole batch. And actually, this big box from Costco, it's on sale this week, so you should get it right now. It has 3 big bags, and I'll cook up the whole bag, which it seems like a lot. But like I said,
how many pancakes does that whole bag make?
I don't know how many, but it fills up like a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. And then 3 pancakes is a serving.
3 pancakes?
And I eat 3 pancakes, and I usually give Kenny 4 to 5. And then the kids will eat 1.
And also, if somebody's like, oh, I don't like plain pancakes, you could add in maybe some apples or some cinnamon or some strawberries, or like could blueberries. You could kind of flavor that up.
Chocolate chips in there, but plain pancakes are good, especially these. You don't want to overcook them. But what I do, my kids, I do put syrup on theirs. But what I have for mine, I also get this bag from Costco. It's Jones Dairy Farm fully cooked chicken sausage. The macros on this are really good. For 3 links, it's 5 grams of fat, and then 0 carbs and 10 grams of protein. And then you add that in with a serving of the Kodiak cakes, which is like 3 pancakes, about 4 inches. And there's some give and take for sure, but throughout the whole week, it's all going to even out, so it's fine. Don't stress out on measuring it exactly. You got 2 grams of fat, and then 30 carbs, and 14 grams of protein, so great for right before a workout. And then you can get the extra carbs in there. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, they have these little travel ones, which I eat a lot. Not a lot, but it's the same thing that Nicole's just talking about, but they're on the go. So if you don't
they have like some really good ones, like cinnamon roll is delicious, and it's like a muffin.
Yeah. So if you did not plan ahead, like she's saying that she makes these ahead of time, which is, everyone should learn to meal prep. Even if you're just meal prepping your breakfast or your lunch or your dinner, like, just learn to do it, and we will talk more about that later podcast. But this is the travel one, flapjacks to go. So you just add water and mix that up. And I don't think you should eat this every single day for breakfast. I'm gonna throw that in there. Like, don't say, oh well, I always eat that. It's so healthy. It also has 35 grams of carbs. So and 15 grams of sugar. So OMG, that's a lot. And I only eat that right before I work out. Disclaimer.
Yeah. So with the pancakes and the chicken sausage, I do 3 pancakes and 3 chicken sausage, and I just put it in, like I wrap it, like so it looks like a little tortilla or a taco. So like a pig in a blanket is what it looks like, and that's how I eat that. And, you know, she says like meal prep. Yes, that's what it is because I do make a big batch of it. But that being said, I didn't make mine on Sunday. I made mine Monday morning because I didn't get a chance to do my meal prep on a Sunday. But I was going to cook them anyway, so what's the difference if I make it like a cup worth or the whole thing? Like, it's really not that much extra work or that much extra time.
It'll save you time in the end because you're not going to get all that back out and have to rewash all of your pans and things. So
Yes.
it doesn't have to be Sunday, just whatever works for you.
Yeah, and the way I actually did it, I put them all on the plate. I put the plate in uncovered in the fridge, and later that day I came in and put them in Ziploc so it's warm and not like condensation everywhere. So, moving on.
Kodiak cakes, though. That's where it's at.
So I would say that's always like my Kodiak cakes and sausage. That's workout training days. I also do the cage-free Kirkland brand egg whites.
Hey,
like ones. Cheers.
Cheers on our egg whites.
I will do that. I just do half a
Half a cup?
So a half a container. So I just
That's actually good to know. Half the container is almost
cup.
exactly 1 cup.
Yeah, so I do it like it's it definitely is. But again, over time it evens out and it's pretty close. So I cook that up, a little salt and pepper, and then with some greens. It could be like a maybe spinach or arugula mix. Cheers again. I also love the green giant broccoli sauce, broccoli slaw.
You put this in your egg whites?
Yeah,
Ooh.
or just like over it. I don't cook it in there. I don't like it to be wilted too much, so I cook all my egg whites and then I put the greens on the plate and then I put it on top so the hot egg whites wilt it just a little bit or wilt the broccoli slaw just a little bit so it's not like super wilted. But I'll do that. I also do that for lunch a lot of times too, so I get
this
good
on
protein.
I've never thought about putting it on eggs though, but I put this on like the slaw and other things. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
really good idea on eggs.
It's good.
This is a great way to sneak in your, I hate that, quote unquote, sneak in your greens, but you need them.
Yeah, so yeah, I sneak in the greens all that I can. And so another couple of things that I do, because I'm not going to pretend that I'm like 100% on all the time, but these fit in because again, a food is a food is a food. You can make healthier choices, but we do bagels sometimes, and then also like English muffins. That being said, the bagel, I will only do half because there is 52 carbs in one bagel, 9 grams of protein and 4 grams of fat.
You know what those 52 grams of carbs tell me? Motherfucking gains.
Yes.
Gain
strong.
Train. This is perfect before she works out.
But I usually, 5, because I don't like to eat too much before I work out. But then the English muffins, I also
right
like
after.
these.
You can do that right after, too.
Yes. English muffins, 23 carbs, and that's for the whole muffin. So those are good options. I mean, I like because I can just warm up the chicken sausage and the pancakes that I've already prepped. I can warm that in the microwave pretty easy. And like this morning was a non-training day, so I did the egg whites and greens. So it was perfect. Not a lot of carbs, and that's what it is on the non-training days. Not a lot of carbs. So that is that's it.
I forgot to tell you what I do on my non-training days.
What do you do on your non-training days, Lauren?
Yeah, so non-training days, I cut my carbs way back and eat a lot higher fat. So I will do whole eggs.
Yes.
Yep, whole eggs and then just fresh fruit. So like I'll cut up my 77 grams of protein. Strawberries.
77.
Sorry. Or I'm also, it's in my kitchen right now, so I don't want to go get it, but it's like a little like food processor blender thing. And so I've been doing, oh, dang it, I gotta go get this. I'll be right back.
All right, she'll be right back. So one thing I also do, I did not bring, but we're going to get into a little bit of other things that we can choose on the go. There is a Jimmy Dean breakfast sandwich. It's called Jimmy Dean Delights, and it's in the frozen section, and I don't recommend you doing this all the time because real food is better, but The macros on it are actually very good, and you can get this box at Costco, you can get it at Target or wherever, but it has 250 calories, 8 grams of fat, 28 carbs, and 17 grams of protein. So it's actually really
That's
great.
a great
for,
balance.
Really for anything, like any day, if you're just like, I'm gonna go, and you can grab this breakfast sandwich and warm it up pretty easy.
Those would be amazing for somebody that is just getting into kind of counting their macros and doesn't want to meal prep. That would be really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Okay, so on my non-training days, when I eat a lot more fat, Costco has these avocado chunks right now. They are frozen, so I will use these in a smoothie with peanut butter, and you can dump egg whites directly in there. These ones, because they are pasteurized, or you can do a protein powder.
Have you tried that yet?
No, I was going to this morning and
you
I
were?
chickened out.
I can't wait.
But I keep thinking I'm going to do it.
Really good idea.
I'm going to try them. Yeah, but you can put them in, they are pasteurized. You can put them in a smoothie. So I actually usually do a protein powder. So I put like my vegan protein in there and avocado chunks and peanut butter and then a bunch of spinach because you cannot taste the spinach. Yeah. So that's just like fat and protein. And that's what I start with now on my non-training days, or the whole eggs because there's a lot more fat, obviously, with the egg yolk and strawberries. So there you go. If you guys ever have any questions, feel free to slide into our DMs on Instagram.
I wonder where she heard that.
I wonder where she heard that.
I don't know. Hashtag money moves.
Yeah. Insert.
This is not a paid advertisement.
This is not a paid advertisement, but also if you need a podcast to listen to, our friend Michael Munsterman with Money Moves is life-changing. With that being said,
continue listening to ours.
Oh, please do. Please, we're serious. Get on our Facebook or on Instagram and send us any questions that you have on any of the things that we showed you. Like, if you're like, hey, how many tablespoons of this should I use? Or where did you get that? Or, hey, can you tell me your little smoothie blend? Any of those things, we are more than happy, 100%. We want to help you and give you that knowledge. So please let us know if you need any of these things repeated or you would like to send a picture to you or anything. So we are at The Lifestyle Boutique KC on all platforms. So that's the @ The Lifestyle Boutique KC, Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
So we did a little research for you guys as well. So Nicole, why don't you tell me a little bit about what you found about coffee drinks?
Okay.
So you're like, I'm so fit, girl. I'm going to get my Starbucks on the way to the gym. And then reality hits because Nicole just Googled what's in your Starbucks.
Well, I didn't do all of them, but I'm going to tell you right now. So, any of the blended drinks, frappe, don't do it.
Stay away from the frappe.
That's just everything. That's just all your food. Because here's the deal. What you're going to do is you're going to have the frappe, and then you're also going to have lunch. It's not going to work unless you just eat plain chicken. So, Grande, black and white, mocha, creme, frappuccino. It's 400 calories.
You're drinking 400 calories.
Yeah, this is with whipped.
Endless. Those are empty
Yeah, it's
calories.
just sugar. I didn't even look at that, but this is just it. I mean, and like I said, a food is a food is a food. But my guess is you're going to want to eat 55 carbs. You're not just going to drink it down. So it's got 17 grams of fat, 55 carbs, and 6 grams of protein. And that being said, so 55 grams of carbs, on my low day, that'd be like half of my carbs. So literally, I would be eating green salad.
So those of you that don't know, when we say low day, that's going to be like a non-training day. And when we refer to non-training, that means that we didn't exercise today.
Right.
Okay? So I don't care if your exercise is walking around the block or going to CrossFit, or maybe you box, or maybe you run, or maybe you do your at-home workout videos. Mm-hmm. That's your training, okay? Yeah. So when we say low day or non-training, that means that we did not do physical activity today.
Right.
Okay, so that's what she's referring to. So on her low day, Nicole eats like 100 grams of carbs, so she's going to stop at Starbucks because she's feeling good. On her off day, she just drank 55 carbs. She's done for.
I'm not doing that, though. I'm not doing it. I'll tell you what I will have, though.
Tell me what you have,
A cafe latte. So you can make a choice here on like it's grande size. You can either have 2% milk or whole milk, or you can even do the non-fat. but I didn't write that one down. But I will tell you what I did write down. So I would usually go for the whole milk because I'm not afraid of the fat. So it's only 12 grams of fat and then 19 grams of carbs and then 12 grams of protein. So it still has some carbs and protein in there.
On your non-training day, you want that higher fat, so that's perfect.
Right, yeah. And then the 2% milk, it's got 7 grams of fat, 19 carbs, and 13 grams of protein. So these really are not bad. And then this also has an almond milk choice. You could get 6 grams of fat, 9 carbs, and 3 protein. So really low, really on most of the things there. And for a grande size, it's really pretty good. Where you got to be careful at Starbucks, of course, is their syrups.
When they're back there like, pump,
Yeah.
pump. No. You do not need that in your coffee.
And I will say there is a guy on Instagram. He's called the Macro Barista. I don't venture out in my coffee tasting at all, but he does have some really great tips on getting great.
Who was that again?
He's called the Macro Barista.
Macro Barista on Instagram. Check him out.
On Instagram, and he has some really fun drinks that you can pick out. And I'm guessing, I don't really know. I follow him a little bit, but I don't know who he is. I think he just he might be a barista or barista. Is that the same thing as boy and
Is that like
girl? I'm not sure. But anyway, it seems like I'm not sure. I don't want to be offensive, but I think he's called a macro barista, so I guess it's what he is. So a barista at Starbucks, so he knows all the ins and outs and he knows what's to order. There has been times where I've gone to Starbucks and as long as there's not a line behind me, I'm like, okay, sorry, I'm going to just give you this piece of paper and can you please read, I want to have this. So if you can't see me on your
Please
podcast,
read my note. This is what I want in my coffee.
It's 1 pump of skinny with non-fat and 2 pumps of this and 1 pump. She's like, that was really annoying. Like the last time I did a girl, the girl was like, yes, that was so annoying. Because I like don't want to be annoying. I just want to get my drink and go. But she's like, it's fine. Everyone asks for weird things. It's totally fine. And she was also like, don't worry. I'm the one that asked for like, give me this and that and this and this and not that.
You cannot be afraid of being at family dinners or going out to eat. Like, don't be afraid to say, hold the sour cream, hold the cheese. Like, because at the end of the day, that's like putting trash into your body. I'm not telling you to never eat sour cream or never eat cheese, but there are certain things that you just don't need, and it's okay to say, hey, I don't want that on my meal.
Yeah.
Like, because otherwise you're going to be trying to work that off later.
Mm-hmm.
So
for sure. And one other thing, you cannot work out a bad diet. You can never outwork the bad diet.
You cannot outwork a bad diet. That's what. Yeah. What did they say? You can't outwork the fork.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Abs are made in the kitchen.
There you go.
One more grande cafe americano, just a plain old
cafe
americano grande, 0 fat, 3 carbs, 1 protein. So that's a pretty good choice.
Oh, that is it. Okay, so slow it down. Tell me again.
Cafe americano.
Okay.
Hot, 0 fat, 3 carbs, 1 protein.
That is good. There you go.
All right.
So I'm going to talk to you. What?
Oh,
I was going to talk to you really quick about. So a lot of times whenever we go out, you're on the go and you think, oh, I didn't plan ahead. I'm gonna run by Panera and I'm gonna get me one of those soufflés.
Because they're healthy.
I don't speak like that either, by the way.
No, but
I don't know why I said that.
Panera, I think they project themselves or market themselves as a little bit
like
more healthy option, right? Yeah.
And I'm not saying you can't have a healthy option there, but let me learn you here. Let me school you on some of these things that we learned from our friend Kristen this week about one of our clients, Kristen. She brought to my knowledge that these soufflés are really like the devil food. Goodness, those soufflés. Have you guys had Panera's soufflés? Oh, you can't have one. You just want 10. Anyway, with that being said, don't ever buy them. Are we going to get sued?
Okay, you can buy them, but you have to
Please
watch
buy them.
your macros.
Buy all of them, but make them fit your macros.
Not a paid advertisement.
It's our first day. Okay, so the baked egg souffle has 540 calories, 35 grams of fat, you guys. Literally on a training day for me, that is like all the fat that I get. So on a training day for me, when I go in, I'm hitting the back squats and you put in a really hard workout. I don't eat more than 35 to maybe 45 grams of fat in that day. So for one meal, for all of my fat to be in one meal does not make sense. The carbs on that, 37, and protein is 20. So
that being said, like you could do it. If you were really in a pinch, like you could make that happen. So that just means, no fat the rest of the day. So it's chicken breast.
But they're not that big.
Well, I get it. I'm not saying that's
I'm just saying like for 540 calories, I want something more.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
for sure.
so that's not horrible. Yes, they are freaking delicious, but just be aware of what's in your food, you guys. All right, so then also I want to bring to your attention that a lot of times you see things like Greek yogurt with berries, and you're like, I am so healthy. I am eating my yogurt and my berries. Okay, let me tell you. Why did I use that voice? Where'd that voice come from?
Lauren's learning different things. She's trying new things out, seeing what works.
This Greek yogurt has 40 carbs in it. 40. So, I'm not like upset about that too much. 15 grams of protein, 10 grams of fat. That is fine, except for this is where I'm telling you, go home and make it yourself. Get your Greek yogurt and your berries yourself and maybe throw in a little oatmeal.
We're going to save you money.
We're going to save you money. And let me tell you why I am not into Panera's Greek yogurt with mixed berries. Because they also put in maple syrup, coconut's delicious, maple syrup, sugar. Why do you need to add sugar to my yogurt and mixed berries? You don't. Soybean oil, added fat that I do not need, honey. You can do some honey if you need some carbs. Brown sugar, butter, and molasses. Why are you putting maple syrup, sugar, honey, brown sugar, and molasses? That's unnecessary. Go
home. Is that like
home.
a granola? No, there's no granola in it though, is there?
No, there's no granola.
It's like a nut thing. No, there's not.
So go home, scoop yourself out some Greek yogurt, cut up your berries that you bought from Costco that were super cheap, maybe put a tablespoon of honey on there, and save yourself some money, and also it's better for you. So that is that.
So yummy.
But also I still love Panera. I really, really do. I'm going to be honest. Just be smart. Like, look at those things. You can Google that and find that out. Like, that.
Yeah, that being said, I'm going to jump in here real quick. With Starbucks, you can 100%, when I was on my phone, it was really easy to change up the size and then the milk choice. The syrups might have been a little bit more difficult, but...
they do have sugar-free syrups, though.
Yeah, but
you don't necessarily need them.
Like, on the sugar-free, I don't love it.
Yeah,
I'd almost rather just use regular just because I like the real rather than fake. I mean, that's just a personal preference as far as I try to go on the majority of the time, but... when I was searching that, I really liked how easy it was to change up the milks and the size to find the macros. So it is super easy, and it might be, if I would have gone deeper into their app or website or whatever, it might have been easier to find like their syrups. So
mostly we're just trying to bring to your attention that A, you can do these things at home if you plan ahead, and B, like, just be aware of what's in it, okay? So don't lie to yourself. Stop saying, Nicole, I've been trying really hard and I can't lose weight, and then I tell her that I also eat an egg souffle from Panera every single day of my life. Like, be aware of what you're putting into your body and own it. Like, and know that, you know what, I can go home and make that yogurt parfait myself, and I'm going to feel better, and I'm going to save money.
Right.
Okay, next. Let's hit up, really quick, one more fast food here, or two more. We're going to talk about McDonald's fast food, because I know a lot of people are on the go and they do that for breakfast, and we're going to talk about Chick-fil-A really quick. So, you go.
Me?
Did you do McDonald's?
No. Yeah, I will.
I thought you did McDonald's.
I got it right here. I'm ready. I got 3 things. Because I actually don't like McDonald's. So my kids, they're deprived. Well, they're not.
You know what, though?
But I don't take them to McDonald's.
On that note, my friend, I don't eat McDonald's either, but I have a friend, Tony, and she is a food scientist, super smart, super amazing person, and she did say that, like, if you are traveling and you're on the go, you will know that their quality is going to be the same across the board no matter where you are. So, with that being said, if you're somewhere and you're, desperate, like, pull up the menu, see what's in it, make a good choice.
Yeah, you definitely can. But I don't know if it's real food because it doesn't it's like so processed.
Yeah.
And like
let's talk about the egg McMuffin. Tell me about that.
Fake. I'm gonna tell you about that.
Tell me about that egg white McMuffin.
Egg white delight McMuffin.
Egg white delight McMuffin.
Yeah, I actually don't hate it. It's 10 grams of fat, 29 carbs, and 18 grams of protein.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I don't hate it. And then even their egg McMuffin.
If you're on the go and you are like, I did not plan ahead. We are not telling you to eat this every single day, but
I wouldn't do it.
Those macros are not horrible. So if you're gonna make that choice, this would be your fast food choice.
Yeah, And then the egg McMuffin, it's still not even terrible. It's got 12 grams of fat, 30 carbs, and 18 protein, so it's really fine. And then if you add hash browns with it, you got 9 grams of fat and then 16 carbs, and then 1 gram protein. So,
I don't love that.
I mean, if you need carbs.
Yeah, I can eat carbs.
But if
I
you're
feel
adding that to your egg white delight,
Yeah.
then you got 19 fat, and that's a little bit high.
Don't think you're being healthy if you get that and your hash browns, okay? So maybe skip the hash browns.
Like, one thing is, too, like, I love volume. That's why you'll see, like, I have a big egg whites and then a big greens because I love to have volume, and I like to make my belly and my eyes think I'm, like, eating so much food.
With that, hey, I'm going to add to that. So there's actually, like, a stress, isn't it like a stress hormone or a stress nerve, or what am I trying to say here? In your belly. So, like, if you don't actually stretch, I said stretch, if you don't feel your stomach, like, stretch, like, you actually feel full, you're going to want to eat more.
Yeah,
So
and that's why, like, the drinks, like, doing, like, filling your body with drinks, like, the Frappuccino, that's 400 calories with all those carbs in it, like, you're gonna have to eat because your belly is not full. Like, your belly is like, you didn't feed me.
You're not satisfied.
So I need food now. So on top of that, like, ridiculous drink, you're gonna need more food. And that's where it starts to not work. That's where that imbalance comes in because it's like, well, okay, you could do it, but you're actually gonna need way overeat because your body is like, I didn't actually eat food and I need food.
Yep.
So, all right, tell me about Chick-fil-A.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about
because my kids
Chick-fil-A.
go to Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A. What does Kenton call it?
Chick-fil-A.
Her son calls it Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, because you like Chick-fil-A, Mom. You like Chick-fil-A. Can we go to Chick-fil-A? You don't like McDonald's, but can we go to Chick-fil-A? Yes, we'll go to Chick-fil-A.
So my husband and I had Chick-fil-A cater our wedding a couple years ago.
You had Chick-fil-A?
And they were like, we don't cater weddings. And we were like, can you just bring us some food? Please, thank you. It was really fun. So, if you go to Chick-fil-A, what I like is their egg white grill. So that is 7 grams of fat, 31 carbs, and 25 protein. This is very comparable to McDonald's Egg White Delight. I think the protein is a little higher here.
Yeah, I like that.
And the carbs are slightly higher too, I believe. Is that right?
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean,
the fat is
it's like 2 or
lower.
3.
These are very, very interchangeable. So if you're going to go somewhere, if you're realizing here that these sandwiches do not have cheese on them and they are egg white. So it's not the full egg, it's lower fat. So wherever you are, go for that option. Okay,
I'll also say the Egg McMuffin and the Egg White Delight, they had like a Canadian ham on it, but yeah, so
yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did. I thought that was interesting. At least in the picture.
The Egg White Grill, I think it had chicken on it.
Oh, yeah?
Now that I think about it.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't eat there, like, so
yeah, I don't know the breakfast, yeah.
I don't eat there all the time. All right, so what I don't like for you to get for breakfast is the hash brown scramble burrito for 690 calories and like $3. You can get 38 grams of fat, 52 carbs, and 35 grams of protein. That protein is high, but I don't like that comparable for the amount of fat that's in that. So basically, if you're going to do breakfast on the go, 1, don't do that every day. 2, choose whatever option is Egg White Delight, Egg White Grill, something along those lines.
And I would also just keep it there. Like, don't do the fries, don't do the hash browns, and you'll make it up later. Like, it's not a huge sandwich. It's not, but, like, it'll get you a little bit satisfied
there.
And then when you get to work, you can grab a protein shake. You know, you have your plans, like your backups there, or grab a fuel fire. So that, you know, when we're doing this and talking about breakfast, it does come into planning and making sure, like, you are on a normal basis planned.
With that being said, you can make this stuff at home with your bagels and your egg whites.
Way
and
cheaper.
Save yourself
This is
so
from like
much.
Aldi from like $2. Like, are you
$2.
kidding me? You buy one sandwich for...
These bagels that she bought at Aldi were $2. Save yourself some money, and in turn, that's what we say mindset too. Saving money, planning ahead, you are going to just feel so much more organized. You're going to be more confident. Your life is going to be more in order. So that's where the mindset comes into play. Really quick, I'm going to talk a little bit about travel. So I know I've been guilty of this. You know, whenever you're like, oh, okay, so Nicole and I are like, we're going on a vacay. We're going on a girls' vacay. We hit up the airport and we walk by the...
We're not counting macros on vacation.
Cinnabon.
Balance. But...
Cinnabon.
Cinnabon. It's going to be
And
so
that
good.
smell just draws you in. How many people have gone to the airport and you're like walking along and you're just like, there it is. Screech. Halt. Give me that cinnamon roll. Until you realize that that cinnamon roll has 127 carbs.
Honestly, knowing that, like, I probably would never do that again.
I just want to scream, what the F word?
Yeah, probably never do it again.
Yeah, ever. I will never eat one of those again. And it's not like I do that on a regular basis,
Yeah.
but I have been known to do that on a vacation, thinking it can't be
fine.
that bad.
Just vacation.
Yeah, it is that bad. Let me tell you. So if you're gonna do that and that smell draws you in, don't get the whole classic cinnamon roll Cinnabon because that's 880 calories, 37 grams of fat, 127 grams of carbs, and only 13 grams of protein. Get the Cinnamon Classic Bon Bites. These are fine. This is a perfect option when you're on vacation. You don't have to count your macros when you're on vacation, but be aware. Be mindful of what you're doing. So these are 4 different little bites. The Cinnabon Classic Bon Bites. They are 430 carbs, 17 grams of fat, 60 carbs, and 5 grams of protein. So it's just moderation there. They're still not good for you, but it's moderation. It's being mindful. You're getting, you're being satisfied. And maybe you're still having a little bit of fun there. So if you get drawn in by that smell, hit that. We're going to talk about smoothies really, really quick. Anytime you go to a smoothie place, please be aware, a lot of those are in airports as well, and try to choose the option. A lot of them will say things like slim and trim or lean one or, things like that. That's fine, but look it up first and make sure, check those. Check the macros on it. And then whenever you're ordering your smoothie, just tell them no sugar, no sweetener, no stevia, no turbinado. You don't need that. If they're going to put a little bit of honey and fruit in there, that's going to be sweet enough. So there's really good alternatives. And then always ask for a little bit of extra protein.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Well, all right. Then here in the Midwest where we have Quick Trip.
Quick Trip. I love how clean Quick Trip is.
It's my favorite gas station.
It's my favorite.
It is.
It is the best gas station. Gosh darn it.
I'm like, if we can't stop at Quick Trip, we're not stopping.
Yeah.
And I will tell you too. So, okay. We road trip sometimes, and the lights are what get you. If they got a big lit up gas station, gas pump area, that place is going to be clean.
And safe.
Real quick story. One time we stopped, I was like, okay, that one looks good, because I'm really like, nope, we're not stopping. And I'm like, oh, they're right there. That one has lights. It's good. And we pulled up, and I was like, if I was driving, we would have not gotten out, and we would have gone somewhere else. But Kenny was driving, and
her husband is big, burly, you're gonna be safe with him.
And plus, he's ready to go. He's wants to go, and he doesn't want to have to stop to go to the bathroom. I mean, now you have a wife and 2 kids that have to stop and go to the bathroom. And anyway, we stopped. And I was like, this is a terrible place. And then I had to take both kids into the bathroom because they have to go with me. And it was the most disgusting place. And they were very deceiving with their lights. So
with that being said,
always go to Quick Trip.
Choose the Quick Trip. Also not a paid advertisement. We just love QT.
Go to Quick Trip. But don't get their breakfast pizzas.
Don't get their breakfast pizza.
But they're so
Number one,
good.
why is that a thing? Who is I am so healthy, and people start
gravy for sauce. How could that not be good?
People are if it has the word breakfast in front of it, it must be healthy. That's not true.
Oh gosh, I hope if you're getting the Quick Trip breakfast, no offense, I hope you know that that's not a healthy choice. Sorry, no offense.
You basically just called people stupid.
No, I didn't. I've had it. It's so good. Lauren has not.
I have not had it.
What is that? How do you make that? Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's got gravy and eggs and cheese and bacon. Don't do it every day.
Or ever.
So, the sliced breakfast pizza, but where they get you, so it's 14 grams of fat, 45 carbs, and 14 grams of protein. But they get you
so one slice is...
It's a decent sized slice.
Okay.
It's like this.
So 14 fat, 45 carbs, and 14 protein. That's really not actually horrible. I mean, I would not eat that every day. Do not eat that every day, but that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
This is horrible.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is. So this is a personal size. So I thought that was
oh, you know what? I think that's because they have the QT kitchens now, and they probably make you your personal pizza. That's probably the made to order.
That's made to order. So that one's way bad. Stay away from that. I guess you can get the slice. But where they'll get you though, because they have that sale, they'll be 2 for $4 or whatever it is. It's like $2.69 or 2 for $4 or $2.99 or 2 for $5, whatever
I'm
the deal
concerned
is.
that you know how much the pizza is at Quick Trip.
Oh yeah, my kids get them sometimes. It's been like 2 months or something. But I also know my husband he's told me they get 2 for $5. So I am sure that there might have been a time that he might have had 2 of them.
All right, tell us about this personal.
So the
pizza from
personal
QT.
size is 47 grams of fat, 90 carbs, and 44 protein.
950 carbs.
No. Calories.
Oh,
90
I'm like,
carbs. 90
I just
carbs.
almost had a slight heart attack. I'm
Well, I
like,
know.
950.
My chicken scratch I can read for no
Okay,
one
I'm
else's
sorry.
eyes.
I'm like looking at your paper going, what?
It's 950 calories.
I don't care. 950
47.
calories.
Carbs, or 47 fat. Oh, now we're all messed up. 90 carbs and 44 grams of protein.
Okay, so let's put this into perspective. People say you should base your diet on a 2,000 calorie count diet.
Yep. It's half right
so
there. Half.
Are you willing
To not eat lunch.
to not eat lunch or not eat dinner because you ate your personal pan pizza, breakfast pizza from Quick Trip? No. That is
No.
literally like 1,000 calories.
Yeah.
You could eat, yeah.
You could eat a lot more. I
Oh,
get a
God.
lot. Get a lot of chicken sausage, a lot of egg whites, a lot of greens, and a lot of fruit.
Basically,
And
what we're
it's so delicious. If you just have to,
good.
some of it is
Oh.
like taste buds and mindset
Slowly
and
changing
it back over to what it should be and eating that real food.
and telling yourself, this is as small as saying like, when people are like, ew, spinach, ew, broccoli, stop doing that. Like when you put spinach into your smoothie, say like, I cannot wait to drink these nutrients. And that's gonna sound totally cheesy, but like convince yourself. Start to change the way that you think about it.
And one other thing, so I've been kind of known for a lot of my life to eat quote unquote, it's not, okay, so in our lives, like it's not weird, but I think in the conventional America, it is kind of weird. Like we eat healthy, we all eat quinoa and we eat paleo and so I don't feel like, it's becoming more mainstream, but for a long time it wasn't. And where I used to work, people would always be like, oh, that's gross. Oh, what is that? Oh, like this is real food. Like, so I'm really like, if you don't like something, that's fine. And you probably have already cut us off if you're still listening and we're like judging everything you eat.
Who
We're
is
not,
still
like,
listening? Thank you.
So you're
We
still
appreciate you,
listening.
and I give you 2 high fives
Yes.
and a hug, and I'm not a hugger.
Yeah, it's real. when
Listen,
she's
I'm
hugging
going to
you.
give you a hug if you're still listening.
But like, so if you are still listening and you aren't really like into the health food yet, but maybe one of your coworkers is like trying to make, the New Year's resolutions, trying to eat a healthier lifestyle, or she's been trying, for the past 6 years, and you're always the one like bringing treats or donuts or whatever, that's fine. You can continue to be you and continue to do that, but don't judge her for making a healthy choice for what she is doing for her life.
And don't offer it to her.
Yeah,
just
like,
know
it's
that
fine.
she's being healthy. And you know what? If you say it once, hey, do you want a brownie? And she says no, don't say, but they're homemade.
Or like,
Doesn't
oh, I knew
matter.
you wouldn't take it anyway. Like that's rude too. Like just
Just
be
respect
okay.
it.
Yeah, it's
Respect
fine.
somebody that is respecting their body.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Okay. This is way longer than we thought it was going to be.
We're doing good. I really love it. So
and
let's
I love
hit with
it.
a couple questions.
Yeah, we're going to end with some questions. And go
You're
ahead.
first.
Let's hit
You
these.
first. Lauren's first.
Lastly,
Nicole.
again, please hit us on Instagram if you have any questions about any of the things that we talked about today. We would love to share that with you at the Lifestyle Boutique KC.
And I think Lauren and I both have room for maybe a couple more clients starting this week.
We have 20 some odd clients right now, and we would be willing to take on a couple more till
this
the end
week
of the
would be
month,
all right.
just to be safe.
Yeah, I don't want
probably
to
two.
overload, but two more would be all right.
Okay. This is perfect for you, actually. So we're going to end with some questions we can get to know, or you can get to know us. So, Nicole,
Yes.
what is something that you think moms will always do better than dads?
Should I laugh or not laugh? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't have kids.
Because my first knee-jerk reaction is everything.
Everything. She says everything.
That's not really fair though. But I mean, they're gonna actually give birth That's a big one.
I don't have kids, but I probably like ponytails.
Yeah, we probably do that better. I'm not even that good at it, but I don't know. I think there's a special connection with both, like, you know, mothers and fathers, like, as far as, like, what they need. And typically, like, kids are always going to want their mom, always want their mom, always want their mom. But then there's that time where they always want their dad. Like, so, like, in our house, like, the kids, especially Kenton at his age, at almost 4, he'll, like, want to, like, walk right past dad, go straight to mom, for almost everything. But then Graylee, she's like, oh, where's dad? Where's dad? Where's dad? So I think they, like, hit that certain age. And then also, I guess, like, that mother-son and, father-daughter kind of thing there, too. And then, let's see, one more thing I was going to say.
Cute.
I don't know, just, they're going to give birth always better, and mothers, I don't know.
I would say that, like, my mom was always better at more, like, just listening, and my dad would be like, what can we do to fix this problem? And my mom's just, like, listening, like, knowing that I am a dramatic girl and that it's really not actually an issue, that she just needs to listen. Right. And that, not that dads don't listen, but I think a lot of times dads are like, fix it.
Right, yeah, I think males in general, they just want fix.
Yeah, so I think maybe that, I don't know. Yeah. Why am I answering your question? I'm sorry.
You're all right.
I got thinking about my mom and dad.
No, I think that's good. Yeah, so, just as one thing, so someone else, but, yeah, it's funny, because, like, you know, dad will be on the couch, and mom's made dinner, and then, dad, they'll, like, walk right past dad, Mom, can I have a snack? I'm like, or, like, I'll be gone all day, and as soon as I walk in,
Dad doesn't know how to make a snack?
Can I get water? I'm like, can he not do it? Why do I have to do it? But no, I think
Mom is better at pouring water.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Okay, what's my question?
Oh, okay. Well, this is interesting. Do you think gluten-free diets are a fad or legitimately helpful?
Gluten-free diets. Okay, so I think that you can. Some people are truly like celiac,
right.
Like they are allergic to gluten. You can also almost more or less develop like an intolerance to something or a tolerance to something. So when I cut out dairy out of my life, I was not like dairy, like I wasn't intolerant to dairy. I wasn't allergic to it. I just chose to cut it out. And then any time over the last year where I have consumed it, like my body is like rejects it, you know. Let's just say that. Mm-hmm. So I think that gluten-free, I do not eat gluten-free all the time, but like that bread that I showed you is gluten-free, the beef-free from Costco. I think there's times where, why wouldn't you cut it out? Just cut it out, but then like, guess what? I'm going to have a beer sometimes and there's going to be gluten in my beer. Or just so like be aware of what you're doing. And I do think that it's beneficial to eat clean, and where you can on your routine things, buy gluten-free. Or I personally buy dairy-free. That's not for everyone. But there's certain places where you can cut it out. So then when you do have it, it's not, what am I trying to say here? Maybe not as like setting you back. It's not going to be as detrimental to your diet. Like it's not, I just think there's places where you can cut things out. Places where you can even cut out carbs. You know what I mean? Like there's all these like cauliflower breads now and things like that. Do I want that every time I eat? No. But on a regular basis, yes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I want to touch on like cauliflower bread. So Costco, they have a cauliflower tot. And I was looking at it and I'm like, I want to get that. I would rather just have a tater tot if that's what I was going to go for. Like the carbs on it, I mean the ingredients in it. I was like, we're probably just going to skip that, you know, as far as like my choice is like, so read the labels, I think, for that. And then don't get caught up in the fads because there are, you know, like you said, intolerances for sure and reasons to cut things out and then reasons to bring it back in. And some people are different, but just because it says gluten-free doesn't mean it's the best option is what I would kind of say for that.
100%. Yep, 100%. Okay, so we went on way longer than we thought we would today. But it's, again, if you are still listening, especially if you know me, I'm going to give you 2 high fives and a hug.
I would hold it to
Thank
her.
you.
So at the end,
Thank you guys.
hold
we
it to
appreciate
her. I'm gonna
it.
tell everyone.
Please let us know if you need any questions and need anything, and we appreciate everybody here. And we hope you have a great Thursday. It's Thursday.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You might be listening to it Friday.
Double high
Have a
fives.
great one.